Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're going to be doing a deep dive into Clearview AI.
Oh, yeah,
They've been in the news a lot,
absolutely.
so it should be an interesting one.
Yeah, Clearview AI, a company that's been making a lot of headlines lately
Yeah,
for their facial recognition technology, and it's really fascinating stuff, but
Gil is.
it also sparks a lot of serious debate.
Yeah, so let's just jump into it. What exactly does Clearview AI do?
Well, in a nutshell, they've created a really powerful tool
Okay.
that enables you to identify a person just by using their photo,
Really?
which is pretty amazing.
Yeah,
But what sets Clearview AI apart is just the enormous size of their database.
right.
Billions of images scraped from all over the internet.
Oh, wow.
You know, we're talking about social media profiles, websites, news articles, you name it.
Wow. So you're saying, like, if I upload a photo of someone,
Right.
Clearview AI can search this massive database
Exactly.
and, like, potentially find a match, even if that person isn't, like, a criminal in some law enforcement database.
Exactly. Their system uses these incredibly sophisticated algorithms,
Okay.
specifically deep learning algorithms to analyze the unique features of a face
Wow.
and find potential matches.
Okay.
And it's not just about finding a picture that looks similar.
Right.
Clearview AI's aim is to actually pinpoint a specific individual
Wow.
with a really high degree of accuracy.
That's impressive. Okay, so how did all of this even begin?
Well,
Who are the minds behind Clearview AI?
the company was founded back in 2017
Okay.
by a really interesting pair, Hoan, an Australian entrepreneur
Okay.
with a solid background in software engineering,
Okay.
and Richard Schwartz,
Oh, right.
who had previously served as an aide to Rudy Giuliani.
Wow.
So he brought political and law enforcement connections to the table.
Yeah, so they definitely have a mix of expertise there.
Definitely.
So what problem were they trying to solve?
Well, they were focused on the challenge of identifying unknown individuals,
Right.
which has always been a big hurdle, especially for law enforcement.
Right.
I mean, before this kind of technology came along.
Yeah.
You know, identifying someone relied on things like, comb through security footage,
Of course.
eyewitness accounts,
Which could be unreliable.
which, as you said, can be very unreliable.
Yeah.
Or waiting for forensic analysis.
Right.
And all of these methods are very time-consuming.
Yeah.
And not always accurate.
Of course. So how does Clearview AI claim to speed things up?
Well, Clearview AI offers a way to potentially identify someone in hours
Oh, wow.
rather than days or weeks.
Okay.
So let's say, for instance, you have a suspect who's caught on camera during a crime.
Right.
Using Clearview AI, law enforcement could potentially identify them very quickly,
Right.
leading to a faster arrest.
Yeah.
Or imagine a missing child.
Okay.
You could scan public photos online, and it could lead to a much quicker reunion with their family.
So they're really claiming to offer a significant advantage
Absolutely.
in those, like, really time-sensitive situations.
Yes.
But how does this technology actually work?
Right.
How do they manage to achieve this level of identification?
Well, think of it as a two-step process.
Okay.
First, their system gathers billions of photos from all corners of the internet.
Right.
Facebook, Instagram, news websites, you name it.
Got it.
And then their AI converts each face
Uh-huh.
into this unique mathematical representation
Okay.
that's called a facial embedding.
A facial embedding. That's interesting.
It is.
So it's not just storing the photos.
Right.
It's like creating a digital fingerprint for every face.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
Okay.
So when you upload a photo to Clearview AI,
Right.
the system searches for similar facial embeddings in their database.
Mm-hmm.
So you can think of it like matching fingerprints,
Okay.
but on a digital facial level.
Okay, I gotcha. And this database, I imagine it's constantly growing.
It is.
So the system is always learning and improving its accuracy.
Absolutely. They're always adding new images,
Yeah.
which in turn helps to improve the accuracy of the matching process.
Okay.
And it's this constant evolution
Right.
that makes the technology so incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
But also, as we'll discuss later on,
Right.
so controversial.
Well, it definitely sounds like they're pushing the boundaries of facial recognition.
Yeah.
But what about real-world application?
Well,
Who's actually using this technology?
law enforcement agencies have
Okay.
really embraced Clearview AI.
Okay.
You've got the FBI, ICE, countless local police departments all across the U.S. that are utilizing it.
Okay.
And it's not just limited to the U.S.
Oh, really?
There's been a lot of interest and adoption in other countries as well,
Like where?
like Canada, Australia,
Okay.
parts of Europe,
Yeah.
although some regions are starting to restrict its use because of those privacy concerns.
I see. So it seems like law enforcement really sees the value in this technology
Yeah,
for, like helping them solve cases.
yeah,
But it also sounds like there are some potential downsides that we need to address.
for sure.
What is it that makes Clearview AI so controversial?
Well, there are a lot of reasons.
Okay.
But it really boils down to some key concerns about privacy
Right.
and the potential for misuse.
Okay.
And one of the biggest issues is how they actually collect their data.
Okay.
Remember how we talked about them scraping images from all over the internet?
Right.
Well, that's actually happening without the consent of the people in those photos.
So they're essentially building this database of faces
Yes.
without people even knowing that their image is being used.
Exactly.
Yeah, I can see why that would raise some eyebrows.
For sure.
Is that even allowed?
Well, that's exactly what critics are arguing. They're
Yeah.
saying this practice goes against the terms of service of
Right.
many platforms.
Yeah.
And it has actually sparked lawsuits in a lot of different places,
Oh, wow.
including Illinois, Canada,
Okay.
and even Europe.
Wow, so this isn't just like a PR problem.
No.
This is a legal battleground.
This is serious legal stuff.
Wow. What else are people worried about?
Well, there are big concerns about the potential for misuse.
Okay.
Critics are saying this technology, while helpful in certain situations,
Right.
could actually be used for mass surveillance.
So it's almost like a double-edged sword.
Exactly.
You know, it could be a valuable tool for solving crimes,
Absolutely.
but it also has this potential to be used in ways
Eh.
that could infringe on people's privacy and civil liberties.
Exactly. And even if the intentions are good,
Right.
there's always the worry about things like wrongful arrests based on an inaccurate match,
That's true.
or concerns about bias in the algorithms themselves,
Right.
which could potentially lead to certain groups being disproportionately targeted.
That's a lot to consider. So it sounds like Clearview AI is facing some serious pushback
Oh,
here.
yeah.
What about their relationship with big tech companies
Well,
like Google, Facebook? Are they on board with all of this?
not at all.
Really?
In fact, Google, Facebook, and Twitter have all sent cease and desist letters to Clearview AI,
Wow.
demanding they stop scraping images from their platforms.
So they're not happy.
They are not happy. They argue that it violates their terms of service
Right.
and puts their users' privacy at risk.
So Clearview AI is really caught in the crossfire here
They are.
between law enforcement, who see it as a valuable tool,
Absolutely.
and privacy advocates and regulators and these tech giants who are sounding the alarm.
Yeah, it's a really complex situation
Yeah.
with no easy answers.
Not at all. But let's step back for a second
Okay,
and talk about the business side of things.
right.
Do we even know how Clearview AI is doing financially?
Well-
Are they making money despite all of this controversy?
It's a little bit of a mystery since they're a privately held company.
Right.
The detailed financial information isn't publicly available.
Makes sense.
But we do know a few things.
Okay, I'm all yes.
Their estimated valuation sits at around $130 million
Okay.
as of last year.
All right.
And their primary revenue stream comes from these subscription services
Okay.
that they offer to law enforcement agencies.
So police departments are paying a fee. Exactly.
So-
Use this technology.
Exactly. Although the exact revenue numbers haven't been confirmed.
Right.
Reports suggest they're bringing in tens of millions of dollars annually.
Wow, that's significant.
It is.
But I imagine a good chunk of that revenue is probably going towards legal fees,
Probably.
considering all the lawsuits they're facing.
Yeah, it's definitely a high-stakes game they're playing.
It certainly sounds like it. This has been a really insightful conversation.
It has been.
Thank you so much for joining us
Oh, it's been my pleasure.
on this deep dive into Clearview AI.
Happy to be here.
And to all of our listeners out there, thank you for tuning in.
Yes, thank you everyone for listening.
We hope you found this episode informative
Yeah.
and maybe even thought-provoking.
Yeah, hopefully it'll spark some conversations out there.
Definitely. And we will see you next time for another AI Podcast Deep Dive.
See you then.